going to do an insight video today. And over the last few days, there's been a shifting and changing within my own energy, within my own sort of like source experience and source consciousness. A lot of things around sort of like integration, a lot of things around dissolving, a lot of things around sort of opening, and they're all around sort of like looking at the infinite source and the infinite sort of flow of the vibration and frequency. Going back to tools that many of us have probably used many times before within our own sort of like reality, our own experience, ways of awakening, ways of aligning, ways of opening up, sort of like using crystals on energy centers and how these energy centers connect sort of like physically and to our emotions and our experiences. And source is all around that. Source is around this infinite eternal moment, and the frequency of oneness and source work in perfect union around this. They work in union to open you up as this energetic being, which is moving and shifting from a 3D blueprint to a 5D blueprint, and it does it in a practical way. The universal law of correspondence as well. All of these sort of like tools, these spiritual tools, or these sort of like tools that open you up to energy through sort of like aligning your chakras and aligning your sort of like your energy centers through crystals, and sort of like leading into sort of vibration and frequency. Over the last couple of days, I've been sort of like directed again to start meditating and putting crystals on my energy centers to open them up. Open up through like your crown chakra, and sort of like the key things over the last few days that my own experiences started saying to me again is like, I have an awareness and I have an understanding of consciousness and of source vibration and frequency, and I know that that's what I am, this source frequency and vibration. But it's how you practically apply it now, to your reality, to your experience. So it's how you remain open to the flow, the receiving of energy, and then also expressing it. Like I've talked about this before, about the natural sort of like cycle of source energy, and how it sort of how you receive it, and then how you sort of like express it. So there's a natural flow to that, and sort of opening up your chakras and your energy centers, and using crystals as a way of sort of like aligning with that vibration, that frequency that's within you, or that not even that within, that's within you, that you are this frequency, this vibration, this source energy. And this is one of the things that has sort of like been coming again, that I've been directed to. And again, I've talked about this sense of this I am presence, and I talked about a day or so ago when I talked about this sort of like using metaphors and using sort of like visual tools like the kite. I was reading about something that was a kite, and it was about sort of like looking at connecting to source energy through like using conscious thought and vibrations of the frequencies, and using a kite as sort of like having whatever you feel your purpose is, or whatever you're trying to create, whatever your vision is. And this kite, you hold on to it with the string, and the string is, to me, was symbolic of like, because when I saw this kite, it was like this white string, and this white string is symbolic of the white energy, which is source energy, which is the connection to the infinite vibration of the eternal moment. And it was like a lesson in wisdom and teaching of like that we're always open to source. All we have to do is remain open to source. When we remain open to source, then things flow into our reality, into our consciousness, into our energy centers. And again, as I'm starting to feel this, I feel a big like line come down the center of me, and I feel like it, as I'm talking about this, it's like source is like this infinite sort of flow of energy that comes down into my crown chakra, and it goes down through my energy as I start to sort of like connect into this, and the infinite source and the infinite sort of eternal moment. This is what we need to do practically. We need to remain open And this is where the dissolving and the aligning and the integrating comes in, which are three really important key concepts to, or key sort of like practices to remain in source and remain in the eternal moment. And I'm trying to talk about this in a more practical way because I feel, you know, the first step to sort of like remaining in source energy, and the first step to really sort of like experiencing source energy, is to have the awareness that you are this energetic, vibrant being that vibrates with frequencies and energy. And there's an infinite frequency, an infinite sort of like vibrations to you within your source energy and your source vibration, which is this infinite eternal moment. And it's really important that we start to sort of gain awareness of that, because then when we gain awareness of that, we move away from limitation, and we move into the infinite. And this is what source is this infinite vibration of creation and manifestation of all realities, of all dimensions. But also we are all sort of like, we are born from this source, so we all have that seed of source creation and source vibration within each and every being. And this is what the universal law of correspondence teaches us, that seed of source energy, which is the vibration, which is our energetic vibration and frequency, that is our beingness, our consciousness, our awareness, is that seed which is source energy. So when we awaken to that, and we come to awareness that we are a vibration and we are a frequency, and that all reality is just a reflection of vibration and frequency, which is our thoughts, feelings, emotions, experiences, you start to realize that, and this is a teaching again of one of the universal law of perpetual transmutation, but also a teaching of Saint Germain of the violet flame, which is which is talks about dissolving and aligning and transmutation, which is the transmutation is transformation. Transmutation is going through different states of being, which again talks about a shift in consciousness and a shift in awareness. And this is part of our purpose, that when we awaken to our source energy and our source vibration and frequency, we know that through the inner world and the outer world, which are that are perfectly aligned, the external 3D blueprint follows the 5D blueprint, which is the energetic world, which is the world of vibration, frequency, of source energy. And again, it's being consciously aware of that. As I'm talking about this, my crown chakra is opening up, my third eye is opening up, and the energy centers are opening up within that, and also my throat chakra is starting to open up, and it's like it's aligning from down, all the way down, from the crown all the way down through my body. And then I'm starting to feel my heart chakra open up, and all of these again are tools, like the solar plexus is around sort of like creation and personal power. um, um, the sort of like the heart chakra is the center, and it's also the doorway into sort of like the doorway into the inner world. And like when we can live in the heart center, then we can start to feel our vibration and our frequency in all experiences and all reality. um, and again, sort of like the throat chakra is around communication, but it's also about opening to receive sort of like wisdom and understanding, and insight. And again, sort of like the third eye is about sort of visioning. It's the ability to open up, and to receive sort of a higher intuition and a higher sort of like wisdom and knowledge. And as it opens up the third eye, you start to see and vision the world differently, and it gives you like a different way of being and creating and seeing reality differently. So it shifts your consciousness, it shifts your awareness. And again, the crown chakra is our direct link to the source energy as it flows into our energy and into our being. Obviously, the sacral chakra is all very much around like emotions and the emotional body, and it helps us sort of release and remain in balance. And then you've got the root chakra, which is very much around sort of like physical reality, a 3D reality, our physical experience with being in this human experience. And obviously you've got like the root they talk about the Earth star, which is like a direct sort of like a direct sort of connection to the planet, and you know our vibration, our frequency, our energy directly connects to the planet as well through that sort of like that chakra. Um, but it's also about these tools, and it's about sort of opening up your energy, and it's every day the practice is about feeling your vibration, feeling the shift and changes in your vibration, but also being open to source and that eternal moment and that eternal frequency, and knowing that um, when you're open, you have access to this energy. Like the again, the universal law of perpetual transmutation teaches us that everything is created and everything is a vibration and frequency, and everything is created on an energetic level. And this is the fifth dimensional consciousness and the fifth dimensional awareness that you are an energetic being. And again, so if something comes in from the 3D blueprint that you react to, an experience that creates maybe anger, fear, concern, anxiety, stress, just a few sort of emotions to name, then this is where you come into your vibration, your frequency, your consciousness, and your fifth dimensional sort of frequency, and you start to realize that actually I'm going to create something different from that. Although it's come in, you dissolve it, you release it, you go back within your vibration, your frequency, you harmonize it, you align it, you integrate it, and then you express a different sort of emotion or a different frequency to change your reality, to change your you know, you express something differently, to dissolve it. And this is the key thing. Everything is vibrations and frequencies, and from source we remember this, and from the fifth dimension we remember this. So what we do is, if something comes in that from the external reality, a person, an experience, an event that affects us, then what we do is we go within our own energy frequency. We open up to source energy, we open our energy centers up, and we receive um, like a flow from the universe, like from our infinite self, where we create and express something differently. So we create and express from our infinite self, which is, and from your infinite self, what you create is a different vibration, a different frequency. You harmonize, you align, you create joy, you create happiness, you create love, you create understanding, you create compassion, you create things. These are all different kind of sort of like frequencies, and every emotion and every thought is a frequency. And when we start to realize this and we start to align with it, then we understand that, you know, all reality can be aligned and dissolved from our own source energy, source frequency. And we also understand that from there, that we as a vibrating being of energy have infinite choices and infinite sort of opportunities to shift and change things, to create and manifest something that is more aligned with our true selves, with our infinite selves. And this is what this time and this moment, and this is what source energy is bringing online, to walk as this light, this energy, this beautiful ray of sun, you know, this beautiful ray of infinite energy, and to be aligned with it and to allow it to shine through our energy centers, shine through our center, open up our energy centers, so we start to vibrate in a different frequency where we're not affected, or we're not sort of impacted by the external reality. And this is what this time's about, and this is why it's really important with the universal law of oneness and vibration and frequency and perpetual transmutation, the universal law of correspondence, the universal law of inspired action, which is again, inspired action is just a teaching that tells you that you have an infinite source, an infinite being in you that is open to the source energy, the higher source consciousness, the higher source awareness, and is also open to the infinite consciousness of all realities and all beings that work with you. And it's telling you that, you know, you have access to this infinite wisdom, or an infinite consciousness at any moment, and all you have to do is remain open to that source flow, and that source flow will keep you secure, it will keep you aligned, it will keep you harmonized, and it will align with you to express an outcome that's more in line with your infinite self, your true self. Um, so that this is what this time's about, is being open, and it's being open to the flow and allowing yourself to vibrate as this infinite being of light and vibration and frequency. And we need to remain in that. We need to remain on these higher vibrations, these higher frequencies. And this is what this daily practice is about. That's the insight for today.